Welcome back. Time now 7:31. Some of the stories we're following this morning, just days before they are set to expire, thousands of AstraZeneca vaccines are going to be shipped for use in pharmacies across the province. 160 pharmacies in Toronto, Kingston, and Windsor receiving the doses reserved for those whose first shot was AstraZeneca. The CEO of the Ontario Pharmacists Association saying patients will be contacted and appointments are expected to open up this afternoon or tomorrow at the latest. More supply will be available in the weeks ahead. All right, this is a major milestone for the city of Toronto. More than 2 million vaccine doses have been administered. Mayor John Tory announcing the update this morning, thanking staff for working nonstop. And it comes the day after the city reported over 65% of adults in the city have received at least one dose. Health officials are encouraging everyone 12 and above to book an appointment. Meanwhile, there has been some mixed messaging at clinics on whether parental consent is needed when kids are going to get a shot. So minutes ago, we spoke with a U of T professor who gave us the very clear answer.
Technically, legally, a child that understands has the intellectual capacity to say, a general idea of what COVID is and that the vaccine prevents COVID can consent.
Now, health experts say consent discussions will be needed moving forward as vaccination efforts eventually drop below that current age eligibility of 12. To the U.S. now, thousands gathering for vigils across the country honoring the one-year anniversary of the murder of George Floyd. And this is what the scene looked like in Minneapolis at the intersection named after Floyd. You can see a number of flowers, artwork covering the street. Floyd's killing by police triggering worldwide protests and calls for racial justice.
Every day, that's what we were heard.
And this was Portland. Demonstrations yesterday ended with multiple arrests. People say fireworks were set off dangerously, windows were broken, a dumpster set on fire. Meantime, President Joe Biden says he is hopeful the George Floyd police reform legislation will pass soon.
And I've spoken with the negotiators. I'm hopeful that sometime after Memorial Day we'll have an agreement on the George Floyd legislation, and so I'm optimistic.
The U.S. president met with Floyd's family yesterday on the one-year anniversary of his death. The family also met with House negotiators at the Capitol. They say they want the police reform bill passed to protect people of color. All right, more news coming your way in about 25 minutes time. Right now, though, we check in with Frankie. All right, if you don't like the hot, don't worry, it's going away in a little bit. Good morning.
Yeah, it's going away. I'm tracking it right now. And with that, we could see some severe thunderstorms as we hit our way through midday. So we got to keep our eye out of the sky.
Done and done.
Yeah, let's take a look at the skies, by the way. Skies in North York last night. Beautiful looking sunset, and we can see some cloud over there, some of the reflection of that sun coming off the cloud. And let's tell you a little bit about what we're watching. So what we're watching, of course, is the cool air. That's just in behind here. This is the front that's moving its way through. Already created some thunderstorm activity earlier this morning off the shorelines of Lake Erie. We're going to watch as that cool air meets warm air. Of course, we can always have a lot of energy in the atmosphere. I want to just show you some of the temperature difference. So we're 23 right now here in Toronto. You can see 10 into Thunder Bay. Thunder Bay yesterday was quite warm, so that colder air will push towards us, and then we'll freshen things up as we work our way in through this evening and into tomorrow. So tonight's going to be a better night for sleeping, but still today is going to be a humid day, high 27, humidex 33. Here's a look at your future forecast. Pop-up showers about 8:30. Looks like the real line moves through right around 11 to the noon hour. That could last till about 3 p.m. Then we have some pop-up showers again this evening at about 4:30. And then as we get into the evening, we start to see the skies clear. And tonight will almost be somewhat of a chilly feel. We'll have gusty southwesterly winds this morning, upwards to 60 kilometers per hour. So just be aware. The umbrellas, the patio furniture, make sure that you roll the umbrellas up and bring in the patio cushions as well. Temperature-wise today, as I mentioned, 27. There's that 11 degrees tonight. That's a dramatic change. Last evening, we had overnight lows about 20 to 21. 17 into your Friday, just 13 with showers on, that is on Friday. Thursday, 17. Friday, 13. 17 as we work our way into Saturday. A few clouds as we get our way into Sunday. And then we're back into the 20s Monday into Tuesday. So still frost-free conditions over the next 7, cooling it off a little bit and freshening it up. But today, keep your eye on the sky. The roads, how are they?
Good morning, Frankie. You know, the roads this morning are not too terrible, especially our major highways and expressways. But where we are going to start is actually the city streets of Mississauga, where we did have a closure of Eglinton and Mavis. As you can see, traffic is finally back to moving through this area here. All lanes have been reopened again. So that's Eglinton between Sanford and Guildwood. That has reopened, and Mavis between White Clover and Winterton reopened. So everything is moving very nicely through there. Taking a look right now at the eastbound QEW, can't say things are moving as nicely here. It's not terrible, but we are looking at delays moving through Walker's Line. It really jams up on the eastbound QEW from Trafalgar over towards Ford Drive. Then it opens up heading in towards downtown. Then you run into some more delays, Humber Bridge to about east of Dufferin. Taking a look at the 403, though, eastbound 403 east of Dundas, the ramp lane is blocked by a stalled transport truck. MTO is currently on the scene. Very minor delays moving by this area here. Eastbound 401 heavy east of Winston Churchill to east of Mississauga Road, also jammed up from the 427 to about the 400, both in the express and collectors. Jordan is currently flying over some problems on the westbound 401. Let's take a look at that.
Thanks, Stephanie. Well, this issue on the westbound 401 is just before the ramp to Warden and the collectors. We have the right lane taken out, or the ramp lane, I should say. A stalled vehicle has been sitting here for a long time. Just before 6 o'clock, we got the first call about it into the station, but I drove by it on my way into Buttonville. It's been sitting there for a while. Not sure what's taking so long. There's a truck on there to help, and we have had 2 MTO crews on scene as well, but no movement at all. It's just been sitting there. Luckily, it's not causing a delay. Otherwise, it'd be a really annoying problem. Now it's just something for drivers to watch out for. Again, that's West 401, just before Warden and the collectors, that ongoing stalled vehicle issue. Answer the call to adventure, the performance, luxury, and capability of the 2021 Range Rover Sport. Visit your local Land Rover authorized retailer for special limited time offers. Back to you, Stephanie.
Thanks so much, Jordan. Your time now is 7:38. Coming up, are your teenagers driving you wild? We have an expert here to help you parent without losing your cool. That's coming up right after the break. More BT right after this.